Okay, everybody, this is a test. Um, we, well, I'm gonna do a little drawing for you guys. This is my first time doing a video
On this,
spontaneously on this platform, so just be patient with me.
yeah. And hello,
Uh,
guys. I am Joe's disembodied conscience talking in the background.
I know.
Essentially, we're just trying out his brand new laptop with a
Let's just call it for what it is, an upgrade.
an upgrade. It's a brand new laptop with a brand new webcam, separate webcam that can actually record right above him. And we're just testing to see how it looks. And if this setup works well for him, he'll hopefully be
A
doing
lot more content
a lot more live
for
streams.
you guys.
Oh, and with that said, those big meaty hands you see in front of you are, of course, Joe the Man Testament. Emphasis on Joe the Man,
Mm.
just because I say so. And the voice you hear in the background is his buddy Dante. Hello, I'm Dante.
Yep.
And yeah. So, what are you doing here, Joe? Just making shapes
Uh,
at the moment? What are you doing?
just just doing shapes, putting some lines down, hoping they'll go places. Okay.
Yeah. So once again, this is a cheapo webcam.
Still
But it's
takes
but it's
still
catch
takes a good video.
yeah it's catching good video. It's just it's hanging from like a lamp that's on a table. There's some duct tape involved. You know, the most sophisticated of equipment you can find.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much.
I'm getting nice, cool helmet-looking vibes from this.
Yeah. I'm still not sure whether to do just a straight line.
I like it. It's kind of like medieval meets the Flash. Like I'm getting like a metal helmet from this.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't know what to do when it comes to the actual shape.
Yeah, you wing it. That's what it is sometimes.
That's it. That's it. I still. Hmm.
Oh, so to anyone who might be watching this in the near future, uh, so we'll probably just upload this just to get a
Uh-huh.
little bit more content out there.
Yeah.
In the meantime, Joe and myself working on. I'm gonna try and do some collaborative videos other than just disembodied voices talking over an artist. One in which we've already recorded. What did we call it again?
Clash of Concepts.
There you go, Clash of Concepts. Essentially, where two or more artists pass a piece of paper back and forth, and they both add to the design of a character. So if a character theoretically is, let's say the theme is anti-hero that can fly. Each person draws like the torso, the legs,
Mm-hmm.
the wings or lack of wings. Sometimes you erase the last person's piece and draw over it yourself. It's meant to be pretty loose. And we have one
So
video.
each of us play the art director at one point.
Exactly. There we
Shred the
go.
crap out of it.
Yeah. Pouches. More pouches. I want you to light fill the crap out of this. I want pouches for days. But yeah, so we did one video of it. I'm just currently working on the editing of it and the final pieces to add. And hopefully that'll be both on my channel of the Burgos Art and, of course, this channel of Pretorius Rex. And yeah, we want to hopefully do that as like a continuous thing since Joe and I always hang out. It's
We're too used to each other
we
by
two
now.
them used to
Yes.
like an old married couple.
Yeah, yeah.
We're not sure which one of us is which married individual from the honeymooners.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We
We,
haven't figured that one out yet.
15.
15. How many years now? Almost 2 decades.
Yep.
Yeah.
Joe and myself have known each other since our days at LaGuardia Fame. That's LaGuardia High School.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a little bit of background, I guess. I was there for illustration. Joe got in for instrumental, but his love of illustration was
Kind of
always there.
overpowered my
Overpowered.
desire to compose a symphony.
Have you played music in a while?
The last time I played music was at a friend's wedding renewal.
Really?
Yeah,
That's cool.
we were playing. We were actually playing the beginning parts of the "All You Need Is Love." You know, like da 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 da
Wait,
da
that's the start of
da
it?
da da. Yeah, yeah,
Wait, all you need is love, as in like the Beatles?
yep,
Oh, okay.
yeah. I mean,
I like that.
she didn't mean the Beagles.
It's like, to make a horrible comparison, it's like freaking Queen and Vanilla Ice when the intros line up way too closely.
Yeah, yeah. That's okay.
Freaking Vanilla Ice, like you want to make fun of him, but then again, he gave us the ninja rap, which means you automatically cannot hate him. You could dislike him, but you cannot hate him.
Well, at least not so openly.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's just.
Here we have Joe, the king of pattern making. Heaven forbid you ever work for animation. They'll be like, stop putting patterns. Our animators can't draw all these
Well, that's
chainmail and patterns.
well, that's how that's the beautiful thing about pattern overlay. I mean, that's how they did the carpet in Aladdin. They did the things with the patterns.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
3D did, and so they can't really
Nowadays
moan
you can't.
about it.
I remember I was actually watching like a short little like behind the scenes video
Hmm.
of that cartoon called, well, it's computerized, but it's a cartoon of Miraculous Ladybug, which I find endearing. It's definitely a flawed cartoon, but I find it endearing for what it does right. And apparently, it was meant to be 2D animated, but Ladybug, the titular hero, much like Spider-Man and his web pattern,
Yeah.
she has spots over her body, and they were like, the animators are gonna go crazy trying to make sure these spots are always in the same
Oh,
spot.
come on. I mean, 101 Dalmatians. They animated each and every freaking spot.
Very true.
I mean, also that thing in Mary Poppins with the pearlies. I mean, you had them go this way, left way, right way, and
But it was also multi-million-dollar movies. These are like, this is a show. Anyway, you are right though. It is possible.
yeah.
But-
so I mean,
but-
I don't buy that for one
But
second.
I mean, but that's something they have to think about though, when it comes to like getting production done.
Mm,
With that said, they went computerized. But I'm going to say right now, one of the reasons why I find that show endearing is because even though it has a villain of the week formula, and at the end of every episode, everything goes back to normal. It's like, there's no real high stakes in individual episodes. The fight scenes
hmm
and the animation thereof is really good. And the computerized animation also allows them to put really good texture, because it's not just a bodysuit. When they zoom in on her face, there's like a honeycomb texture within her uniform.
hmm
So it's not chainmail, but it's close enough. And it's a good example of why you would use computer animation that's not meant to look realistic, like Toy Story and animation
Yeah.
that's meant to be
I know.
stylized. Because in her case, it works so well. I like that, aside from the spots, when you zoom in and the fact that they went the extra mile to give her this texture in her costume, it works. It's very well. It has the cartoon has its issues, but I find myself watching it and enjoying it.
It's very human.
In what? The flawedness?
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
I mean, that's essentially the reason why you would do.
What?
Oh boy.
Oh, we lost you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're trying to do like.
I'm trying to figure out the turnaround, because here's the thing. If you can't make it work at a 360, then you're better off like junking the whole thing. I mean,
Well, I guess the big question is this: the blades extending right there, those blades
These ones.
Are they going directly back? If so, I guess a front shot wouldn't even show them. Unless you want them to kind of stick out a little bit, kind of like Wolverine.
No, just something like a little bit like this, like just
A minor extension. Okay.
extension. Whereas this is the very top, so it would go something.
I'm wondering if the sound of your window shutters constantly slamming into themselves can be heard on the mic.
I don't know. I don't know if my house is haunted.
Now there's a bit of shakiness, but then again, you're literally leaning against the table, which the camera's attached to. But it's nothing too distracting. But there's a test run, and it is catching. It's dude. Look how nice it is. You could work freely, and you don't have a camera directly in your face.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe unibrow this guy.
Hmm.
Oh man, he's getting to look a little bit too much like.
Maybe in the future I'll do the same technique. I'll have my when I'm trying to do double recording, one for
Mhm.
YouTube and one for Instagram. Maybe I'll do exactly what you're doing here, and just record directly onto the laptop. The thing is, the only reason I don't do that
Mhm.
is because personally I like the quality of my camera, of my point and shoot camera.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's. I mean, because it can do certain things that that the mobile phone has like limitations of.
Well, not just mobile phone. I'm talking about this webcam.
Mhm.
Like it's recording fine, but I personally like the quality of my point and shoot camera. I don't know why, I just do. Even though it is a pain to wrap everything around with twisty wraps around hanging devices and whatever. Just to
Well, I
get it
mean,
over the
everyone
phone.
has their own preferences. It's just what feels more
Yeah.
right and more natural to you.
But like I said, if you're gonna jump right into live streaming, I'd rather you just hold on to this camera. It was like $20, dude.
All right. I mean, I can always. Well, you're gonna have to. I mean, you're
Eventually,
gonna have to upgrade your laptop, dude.
yep, most definitely. And when I do
Yes.
that, I'm gonna have to pay for an editing program because
Or if you, I mean, if you order like a package or something.
well, not even editing. Actually, I have an editing program. I have two editing programs. One of which my laptop cannot handle all of a sudden, and one of which it can handle, but is technically outdated. Yes, I use Windows Movie Maker, and even Windows doesn't use Windows Movie Maker anymore.
That's pretty bad.
Yeah, I've done miracles with that.
I think with an archaic program like that, that's what I'd refer to those as.
Miracles.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me try. Let's see what we can do here.
I bought myself a nice big pack.
Mm-hmm.
I think I told you I bought a nice big, like a big booklet of graph paper, which I intend to use for planning out sprites. Not sprites as in each cube is going to be an actual like sprite, but rather I'm using the graph paper to make sure the sizing of the sprites even out.
Mm-hmm.
But I've known people to use graph paper primarily for turnaround sheets, like to make sure everything's lined up with like the head and the body and everything.
Let's see what we got here. I'm getting mirror amnesia here, where it's one side is. Okay, let me see.
I like him. He looks very not threatening, but but basically if he shows up, he's like Batman. If he shows up, you pay attention.
Yeah, he's not a cream puff.
Everyone shut up. It's like, okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
now now, now that's going a little bit too.
I like
Okay.
the sloping brow.
Yeah, this one's got a little bit. Okay. I'm trying to make this not any particular, character or intellectual property that we may be
Just so a
familiar with.
spontaneous character.
Yeah. I still have no idea what I want to do here. I was thinking maybe as long as I have like patterned work with him. Maybe have a little bit of
Especially from the front, his lower jaw with all those patterns, it definitely has like a reptilian, like either snake or gator-like feel. It's not like faux teeth. They're not teeth, but the pattern makes me think of it.
yeah, like maybe his teeth could be inside and they jot out like teeth. Like the teeth could like push up and his insides could be like almost like a snake's that retract and push ahead.
Okay.
No, I mean it's something try.
I believe this camera you're using has a mic built into it. The laptops usually have mics built into them, but sometimes you get all the little noises of clicks and turns from the laptop.
Yeah.
So when you're recording, the mic, the camera is actually picking up your voice, which basically a secondary
Yeah.
a secondary mic separate from the laptop also adds to the quality of this video.
Well, anything that can make my voice sound even the remote credible is quality enough.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. If anyone sees this and feels I'm doing something wrong, please leave comments, leave constructive criticism, because I need all the help I can get.
And we love deleting those too.
Yeah. Nah.
There's one. Click.
I'm just kidding. I mean, that's actually how we grow. You know? I mean, we can't roll over for, every suggestion or piece of advice, but we need that impartial advice, because we get to a point in the design where it's too close to us and we get very protective of our stuff.
It's something my teacher and one of my teachers in college said to me, and they were like, "It's a sketch. It's okay. It's okay to like get rid of stuff sometimes and throw it out. It's okay. It's okay to not be attached to every drawing you do, because then you risk not, getting past that drawing."
I think in movies it's the same thing too. Like directors and writers and things like that sometimes had a very protective over the shots that in the film, and I think Alfred Hitchcock said it best. He's like, it's only a rough cut.
Yeah.
It's only a rough cut. It's getting there, So I mean, it's really a case of just getting it there. I mean, you don't have to necessarily make it, perfect, but like you said, imperfect perfection. The thing about perfection,
It's a lie.
well, nobody knows what perfection really is. I hope I'm getting this right. And I did it wrong.
It's all wrong.
It's kind of it's.
just crinkle up the whole paper.
I'm sorry. It's kind of like that Bob's Burger episode where I think Jimmy Pesto is doing his version of the burger, like the pesto burgers, and he's like, "Oh, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not good. It's not good. It's going in the garbage." And he's talking about his own burger. It's just like
Christ.
I'm just like, yeah, that's how I think that's how every one of us feels at that point. Where it's like, it's not good. It's not good.
The life of an artist.
Which actually makes into a half-life if we actually let ourselves get crazy. Actually, this is what I should have done for the Inktober, this kind of pattern thing.
I like that.
It's almost like an amulet.
It's weird because because I'm thinking sleekness with the with the swished back blades. I'm seeing it all as silvery chrome except for the pattern, which I'm seeing more as like bronze or maybe even gold. No, gold is too much. I'm seeing it more like an old like bronze or maybe like a copper color.
So it's almost like an archaic part of modern machine.
Yeah. That's what I'm getting from that.
It could be what gives it its power or its essence.
There you go.
That could be it. Yeah.
Like a sacred metal plant, like a sacred metal plaque that's put into the helmet.
It's possible. And that could definitely work. Like a power morpher.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get, you can't get much closer than that. I mean, these archaic coins in one of these freaking high-tech, I guess you can, morphers, but like they're transmuters, basically. I mean, they transform anyone who holds it.
It's the Kamen Rider belt. It's just so funny how many different ways that how many, again, much like Power Rangers, Kamen Rider has been around for a while, and it keeps coming back with different gimmicks, and just how many different gimmicks can you squeeze into a belt?
I know, and then it's like rivaling the WWE belt.
I don't think they've done that yet. I don't even follow Kamen Rider, but I follow a lot of YouTubers who like review the toys. So there's been a video game Kamen Rider.
Wait, there's toys?
Yeah,
there's still toys.
There was like I think one of the most recent was that it was like a video game one. So he would actually put cartridges into it, and he would change based on the cartridge.
Yeah. So
there was still an overall theme of what he was as a Kamen Rider, but he'd be like a boxer or a sports addict.
So almost like Mucha Lucha.
But that's the thing. I don't know if there's been like a wrestling version of Kamen Rider, which I would think they should.
That would be cool if they did do that.
They should be.
I do.
I'll keep an eye. You're a little off centered on the camera here.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Guys, can you hear it? See it? There we go. Okay.
We're asking you because we could totally hear you in the comment section right now.
I can feel a disturbance in the force. No, I can't. I'm not force sensitive.
Not since the accident.
No. I was too forceful, and then,
You were too forceful. Oh, lordy.
I was thinking maybe some markings over here. Along the neck.
I'm gonna have to swish you did over here. Speaking of like Kamen Rider and Japanese trends, I imagine him with like the scarf. Like Proto Man had a scarf. Like that's like a trope. That's kind of a trope with the mask, right? Don't erase it. No, I don't know. But it's kind of a good trope with the masked riders. They have that cool scarf for no reason.
If the scarf does something,
it does. It makes you look cool.
It's got to be more practical than that. Come on.
It's
at
like
least
flames on a race car. The flames make it go faster.
it just adds some magical outside force to it.
Yeah.
No, but I'm thinking of like maybe a scarf that can transform into like a blade or something.
I mean, you know what? That's actually pretty cool.
You know, you just see he takes it and it just flicks out almost like that.
No, but if it's Power Ranger and or Kamen Rider, he has to do like 5 different hand gestures, and then it turns into the blade.
Well, look at
you have to really
no.
milk it. You have to milk it.
I mean look at what they did. Look at what Batman did with the in Batman Begins with
Cape.
the cape,
I was thinking Doctor
the
Strange.
electric step. No.
Doctor Strange was good too.
No.
His cape.
I mean, it didn't transform.
His
into
cape
anything.
had personality.
Well, so did Spawn, but no,
Yeah.
we won't go into that. Well,
Spawn was better.
not
The movie.
not the
movie.
VFX.
Yeah, not the movie. Just how cool the cape was.
Yeah, just how cool the well, the animated series, because they really didn't get too much into it in the comics. And then, actually, bites. Oh God, he's getting too Liefeldian here.
Too Liefeldian. You know it's too Liefeldian only if there's one singular thing. You know what it is?
Or Esperanza's Judge Dredd.
I mean, there's many things that might say Liefeld. They can make the chest too muscular. You can make his arms too muscular. But the one that says Liefeld is when you're done with the picture and you realize you subconsciously hid the feet behind something.
Like what was it? Like you put the like the hand and then you put a tree stump and
Random tree stump.
the smoke screen and I mean even Todd McFarlane said that we put a little smoke screen over here, a little tree. If we do the puzzle and the puzzle isn't working, but yeah, I mean it's something that could be this is something definitely worth looking into, I wonder if I should quit while I'm losing.
You're not losing. I like it, dude. I like this design. Even if you don't continue into the chest area, I really like the
I mean, it's
space.
probably something I can. It's probably something I can definitely work on. I mean, this is after all just an initial sketch.
Yeah.
So, who knows?
It's actually been just about 28 minutes. You want to take a break? You want?
Yeah, might as well. Yeah.
All right. So.
All right, guys. Well, whoever is watching this, I appreciate it, and till next time, keep creating.